Good afternoon, friends. So, what we have seen in the last lecture, generalized coordinate, generalized displacement. After that, we have seen what is a generalized force. To find out generalized force, what we have done, we have first find out the what is virtual work done. dW is equal to summation over I Fi delta Ri. So, whatever the terms remaining here, instead of having delta Ri, we should have delta Q. So, if except delta Qj, whatever the term we will have, that will nothing but the component of the generalized force. This we have seen in the last lecture. So what is a component of force? We are getting Qj is equal to summation over I Fi dou Ri by dou Qj. Okay. So these are the things we have seen in the last lecture. Now let us go for the next point, and that is what a very important point for your whole first paper. What is a The next thing we are going to see is a Lagrange's formulation. Okay. So what is a Lagrange's formulation? That we will see in this lecture. That is a big derivation is there. If we are going to appear for the theory exam, obviously maybe this derivation will be there for your examination. That is of 7 marks. At least for 7 marks or 8 marks, this question will be there. Okay. So let us go for this. Only 28 students are there. That is, including me, it is 30. So only 28 students are there. Whether the other students are not listening to the lectures, or whether there is a range problem, anything else, that you have to communicate to your friends. Okay. So whenever you are going to have a touch with your friends, or in list, if you are having a any friends group, so you have to tell them that if you are not going to attend the lectures, so the 70% presentee will not be considered, because if you want to appear for the exam, 75% of presentee is needed. Otherwise, we are not going to sign on your exam form. If exam form पे अगर आपको sign नहीं मिलेगी, तो obviously you will not be able to appear for the exam. Okay. So whatever the list you are getting here, this will be created as an Excel sheet. So every day we are creating Excel sheet. You can see here. Let me share the screen so that you will be how we are creating the Excel sheets. So you can see here. Let me share the screen for that. Okay. I hope it is visible to everyone now. दिसतंय ना?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So you can see here the Excel sheet is a class list 13 January 2021, and then class list of 18 January 2021. I will show you this list also. What is there in that list, so that you can understand when you have come to the lecture, आपने lecture कब join किया है और कब left किया है, सभी readings होता है. Actually we are going to have this so that you people will understand that these lecture attending the lectures are important, right? See, you can see here your names. Okay, are available, attendance, then time when you have started your lecture, and if you have left out, so you can see here Firdaus Hadpe, Karishma, Pooja. These are the names, and when you have come to the lecture, right? So don't assume that you will be able to have a mugging up that we have attended these lecture. We are having the present, okay? So I'm not telling you, you people are present here. Just tell your friends that you should be present for the lectures, live lectures. Just go for the formulations of a Lagrange's principle. At least I am not going any other excuses, right? Whenever you are having seminar date, you have to submit this, you have to attend the lectures. Okay. Starting with the DLMS principle, what is the question? Starting from DLMS principle, derive the Lagrange's equations of motion for holonomics conservative system. What is the meaning of holonomic conservative system? Holonomic means what? The constraints equation can be written in the form of a equation. That is, constraints can be written in the form of a equation. Right? Conservative system means forces are conserved or forces are acting constantly. Starting from D'Alembert's principle. In the last lecture, we have seen what is a D'Alembert's principle. Okay, what was our D'Alembert's principle is? It is derived with the help of the D'Alembert's principle was derived with the help of our virtual work done formula. So summation over I fi delta ri is equals to 0. Instead of writing summation over I fi delta ri is equal to 0, you can write summation over fi minus pi bar dot delta ri is equals to 0. That is effective force and effective force and exactly opposite force. So combining all those, we write summation over I fi minus pi bar dot into delta ri is equals to 0. Right. So next we'll see what we have. Consider system of n particle. That means we have a system of n particle whose masses are mi. Right. We are having, suppose we have a classroom. In the classroom, if they are n particle, okay, with some mass. Every particle will have some amount of a mass, and the position vector with respect to fixed point are ri. That is the position vector we are going to fix out. Okay, that means we have some fixed point from where we are going to find out the position of any particle. Right, just like a origin. That means I am going to fix out a origin. With the help of having the fixed out origin, we'll find out the position vector of any particle. Okay, so we are having a system of n particle. You can take a container, a classroom. We can take a classroom also. We are having 50 students with everyone have different masses, and we can measure the distance from the door. Suppose we are going to measure the distance from the door. So everyone will have some specified distance from the door of the classroom. Okay, so in the last lecture, we have seen what is relation between Cartesian coordinate and generalized coordinate, the transformation equations we have seen. What is a transformation equation? We have to convert the given set of variables to some another set of variable. का convert करायचे? Because whenever you are going to have some problem, it is always not possible to solve the example with the given set of variable. So that's why we are using some another set of variables so that we can solve the given example. Okay, that is what a use of a transformation equations. Okay, so now we have D'Alembert's principle. As I told you, it is summation over I fi minus pi bar dot into delta ri is equals to 0. So what is pi? Is a effective force. F is a given force. Okay, so with the help of that, what we have to do, delta ri, we have found already in the last lecture that how to find out the displacement. Okay, so this is what a virtual displacement we have found. Now whatever the equation we have, the equation number 2, we have to write down the value of delta ri in our equation number 2 that we have found from our equation number 4. So just we have to put up the values, and what is the value of pi? Pi is nothing but mass into velocity. Okay, mass into velocity, again it is pi bar dot. So we have to differentiate once again. Okay, be clear with this. Whenever you are going to attend the lectures, you have to keep your pen or pencil with you and one draft paper or notes. So you have to prepare your own notes until I am going to provide you. Okay, so you can see here P is equals to M into V. What is Pi? Mi into Vi. In the corner I have written Pi bar dot will be Mi into Ri bar double dot. Okay, Vi is nothing but Ri dot. Vi means what? Velocity of a ith particle. So you are going to find out velocity of ith particle dri by dt. Okay, we have to differentiate a position vector with respect to time. So here we have again double dot. So pi dot means what? Ri dot its dot. Okay, so it will be acceleration, right? So in the next, we after substituting all those values from the above equation, that is, I hope you are knowing what is delta Ri. I have told you what is a notation. Delta used for very small increment or virtual displacement, virtual work done. For those things, we are using the delta notations. Okay, very small or infinitesimal things. Okay, so with the help of that, we have written the same equation. Okay, this summation over I, summation over j, here this summation over j and I we have taken common, and then fi into this term, then next mi ri dot into this whole term, right? Whatever the equation we are getting here, this equation we have to solve. And it is not so much easy to solve this equation and not so much difficult also. You have to be very carefully work out while solving these equation. If you are going to appear for the physical examination, so it will be very difficult to have these equations. So whenever you are going to attend the lecture, you have to write down the notes itself, so that at least one time you should write down all the notes. Okay. So after this, what you have to do is we have to write down this equation in the form of equal to, right? So here it is minus, so that's why we can write equals to, so this minus will be plus. Okay. So after that, what we have to do is, what is the value of this whole term, summation over fi dou ri by dou qj? Just now in the starting of this lecture, I have told you that this summation over fi dou ri by dou qj is nothing but your component of the generalized force, right? Just now in the starting of this lecture, we have written what is the value of summation over I fi dou ri by dou qj. That is a component of the generalized force, which is denoted by capital Qj. Okay, this summation over j as it is, value of this whole term is Qj, and this delta Qj as it is, right? So whatever the term we are having here, this is summation over I and j mi ri double dot dou ri by dou qj delta qj. Okay. So now we have to solve this equation number 5. To solve this equation, we are not going to have anything here, क्योंकि हमें कुछ नहीं पता है qj delta qj के बारे में, right? Whatever we are knowing is about the equation number 5, the right hand side of the equation 5. So to evaluate this, we have to make a use of ri double dot dou ri by dou qj. So we can substitute, we are going to have some simplification about this term, that is equation number 5 RHS ri double dot dou ri by dou qj. Okay. So for that, what we have, d by dt of ri dot dou ri by dou qj. What we have here, ri double dot dou ri by dou qj. So instead of that, we have to consider d by dt of ri dot dou ri by dou qj, so that we can find out the value of ri double dot dou ri by dou qj. Okay. So we have this term. After having this term, what we have written, we have to find out the derivative of this term. Okay. So we have to just consider this statement so that we can have simplification of equation 5, or we have to solve the equation number 5, RHS of equation 5. So if we differentiate ri dot j with respect to t, what will be the differentiation? First, we have to differentiate first term, ri dot. So it will be ri double dot. Dou ri by dou qj will be as it is, plus ri dot as it is, derivative of the dou ri by dou qj. That is nothing but d by dt of dou ri by dou qj, right? So what we have this term. So after having this term, we can have this term ri double dot dou ri by dou qj. This term we need from equation number 5. So for this term, we will write down this equation in terms of ri double dot dou ri by dou qj, which is nothing but this term d by dt of ri dot dou ri by dou qj minus of this whole term, minus ri dot d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. Okay. Have you understood up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
समजते तर हो म्हणा, नाही तर नाही म्हणा सरळ. It is not
मॅम.
compulsory that you should say yes only. If you're not getting anything, you can say this step we don't get, because actually I'm not explaining these things on the board, because these notations ri dot do ri dot, these notation will not be clear on the board because of the fluctuations of the internet, maybe from my side or maybe from your side. So that's why I'm explaining this from your notes itself. Otherwise, whenever I'm going to write down this on the board, it will be somewhat blurred. So whenever you are having some difficulty about the teaching, about the anything else, about anything term we are not getting, so you have to ask it. Okay. See, if you are going to ask, suppose आपको ऐसे लगता है कि हम पूछेंगे तो बाकी के लोग क्या सोचेंगे, don't bother about this, because बाकी के लोगों को भी कुछ नहीं समझता है, वो भी ऐसे ही बैठे हुए होते हैं. तो एटलीस्ट इफ यू आस्क, देयर डाउट्स विल आल्सो बी क्लियर. ओके, आपको जो डाउट होगा, अगर 4-5 लोगों को भी वही डाउट होगा, तो आपका भी डाउट क्लियर होगा और उन रिमेनिंग 4 to 5 पीपल्स का भी डाउट क्लियर होगा. So don't assume that everyone is so much talented that they are getting everything. So if you're having any type of a small doubt, you can ask. Okay.
पण मॅडम डेरिव्हेशन ब्लॅकबोर्ड वरतीच म्हणजे सोडवलेलं समजतं.
पण ब्लॅकबोर्ड वरती मी ट्राय करून केलंय, कारण की तिथे हे नोटेशन्स आहेत ना, डो आर आय बाय डो क्यू जे, इथे हे प्रॉब्लेम असते की हे नोटेशन्स दिसत नाही. म्हणजे आर दिसणार आहे पण आय जे अँड सपोज हिअर डो आर आय बाय डो क्यू जे, ते कुठे आर आय डॉट बाय डो क्यू जे, टाइम नॉट बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. यहाँ पे डो आर आई बाय डो क्यू आर आई डॉट टाइम.
हा येस मॅम. आता हे फक्त ऐकायचंय म्हणून किंवा असं अंडरस्टँड जास्त करता येत नाहीये.
नाही, प्रॉब्लेम काय, मी बोर्डवर पण रेकॉर्डिंग केलंय, रेकॉर्डिंग मध्ये मलाच स्वतःला दिसत नाही, म्हणून मी हे मेथड ट्राय केलं.
ओके मॅम.
कारण की मला स्वतःला माहित आहे की हे नोटेशन्स आहेत. ॲटलीस्ट आय नो दॅट दीज नोटेशन्स आर दिस सेल्फ, बट whenever you are going to see that lecture, at that time it will not be able to understand you that is this ri is there, ri dot आहे का ri आहे, कारण की बोर्डवर डॉट हे दिसणार नाहीये.
मैडम पेन टैब लेने वाले थे ना?
एक्चुअली वो आने वाला था, बट मे बी आई विल ट्राई इन ऑर्डर. जरूरत नहीं आया. आई एम ट्राइंग के लिए आया था. एनी अदर डाउट रिलेटेड डबल डॉट डो आर आई बाय डो the equation we are getting ri double dot. The equation number 7, it is okay. 7 adjust, just substitute this to use a real number. Lagrange's theorem equation, that we have just what we have of having to different the derivative or by dt r1 by I with I with respect by all those dou ri by dou q1 by general we are going to term here dou ri by dou by dt our derivation dot clearly here ri dot dou ri by dou by अगर an example we have one function f is f dom differentiate the result function in y if you declare new variable u derivative
0.
0 why 0 because we are going to treat x and y as a constant term no here also what we have ri dot is a function of here it is dou ri by dou qj dot dou ri by dou t. So now we have to differentiate this equation with respect to qj dot. If you have to differentiate this equation with respect to qj dot, what will be the derivative? This dou ri by dou qj I will keep as it is. Why this is so? Because we have to differentiate with respect to qj dot. अगर मैं कोई भी इक्वेशन का डेरिवेटिव ले रहे हैं सपोज f is x plus some y square okay? X plus y square. So if I am going to differentiate x plus y square with respect to x, what will be the derivative?
Square by 2.
I am asking f is equal to x plus y square. What is the derivative of f with respect to x?
1.
1, right? Because there x is with only one term, na? There is no degree for x. That is, derivative of first term is 1. The second term will be treated as a constant. So if we have some another term, that is f is equal to xy square, x into y square. So what is the derivative with respect to x? It is simply y square, right? Because we are going to treat y as a constant function. So as it is multiplied by x, so we will keep it as it is. Derivative of x will be 1. So here also, whatever the function we have, it is involving qj dot. We have to differentiate with respect to qj dot only. We are not having any relation with dou ri by dou qj. Okay, ये just like x, y है ना. If we are going to differentiate with respect to x, we'll keep y as it is. So here also we have keep y as it is. Dou ri by dou qj, we have keep it as it is. Okay. So what will be the derivative of qj dot with respect to qj dot? Obviously it will be 1 because derivative of x with respect to x will be 1. What is the next term in our equation number 8? Dou ri by dou t. What is the derivative with respect to qj dot? क्योंकि अगेन यहाँ पे कोई qj dot का टर्म ही नहीं है. अगर आपके पास x का टर्म ही नहीं है तो आपका डेरिवेटिव क्या है? 0. So with the help of that, we can write the equation number 8. If you differentiate with respect to qj dot, we are getting a very important thing here. Dou ri dot by dou qj dot is equals to dou ri by dou qj. You can name this equation number 9 also. You have to name this as equation number 9. Okay, in the next step, what you have to do? We have to again find out what is dou by dou qj of dri by dt. Okay, why we have to find out dou by dou qj of dri by dt? Because here we have to replace the second term. Okay, d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. We have to replace this term from the seventh equation so that we can solve this. Okay, so for that we have written this dou by dou qj of dri by dt. So while evaluating this derivative, but we have equation number 8 dri by dt. यहाँ पे हमारा इक्वेशन नंबर 8 है. इस इक्वेशन को हमें qj से डेरिवेटिव लेना है, राइट? We have to differentiate this ri dot with respect to qj. We are going to differentiate this equation with respect to qj, so it should be some function of qj. अगर ये function है qj का तभी होगा, right? So here you can say ri with respect to qj, so that's why it is a function of qj. ri जहाँ पे है, ri के टर्म में ऑब्वियसली qj है क्योंकि ri का इक्वेशन कौन सा है? ri is equal to, we have written ri q1 q2 q3 up to qn into t, sorry, comma t. So this equation completely involve the qj. So we have to differentiate the equation number 8 with respect to qj. So if you are going to differentiate, as j term is already used, we are going to use another parameter. We have to differentiate with respect to k. So at that time also, this qj dot is not a function. Qj dot qj का function नहीं है, right? Just like if you are going to differentiate with respect to y, so x will be treated as constant. So for equation number 8, what you have to do? You have to keep qj dot as it is. You have to differentiate this term with respect to qk. Okay, j is already used, so that's why we are using another parameter. So what will be the derivative? Dou 2 ri by dou qk dou qj, just like dou 2x by dou 2f by dou x dou y, right? ये भी आपने निकाला है ना, dou 2f by dou x dou y, which is exactly equal to dou 2f by dou y dou x. पता है ना? Okay, so next is dou ri by dou t here. So we have to differentiate again this second term of equation 1, equation 8. We have to differentiate with respect to qk. So again it will be dou 2, dou qk and dou t. So differentiating equation 8, we are getting this term dou 2 ri by dou t dou qj or qk. Okay, so we are getting equation 8. So similarly, we have to find out again d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. Okay, whenever you are going to complete this lecture, you have to set and you have to write down this derivation so that you can understand. So what is dou ri by dou qj? We have found. So we have to differentiate this with respect to t so that we can have the simplification, that is equation number 10 and 11 both are equal. If 10 and 11 are equal, so what we can see is a similarity in equation 10 and 11. It is dou by dou qj of d ri by dt, and here it is g by dt of dou ri by dou qj. So what is the difference here? There is interchange of d by dt with dou by dou qj. Okay. So there is interchange of d by dt with dou by dou qj. So whenever you are going to interchange these terms, so with the help of the equation 10 and 11, we can say these two equations are same. Okay. Why these two equations are same? Because we have worked out here. So what will be the dou ri by dou qj we have written. Now we have to differentiate this equation equation with respect to t. So if you are going to differentiate this with respect to t, what will be the resultant? It is again, you can see, you have to write down this derivative with respect to t. So after getting this derivative, we can have these two equations are equal. So hence, we can say this is equation number 12. And we have to use this equation number 12 and the last equation. What is equation number 9? After using equation number 9 from the last page, actually I haven't given the number for that. After 8, whatever the equation we have, this number differentiation, this equation plus the equation number 12 we have to use here, and then we are getting the resultant. Okay. So after getting these terms, what we have to do is we have to write down this derivative. Okay, d by dt of ri dot dou ri by dou qj. Now you have to make arrangement in such a way that this I can say it is in the form of 1/2 mv square, because हमें ये पता है 1/2 mv square is a formula for the kinetic energy. So this m we have to take it inside so that we can adjust this term in such a way that 1/2 mv square. Okay. So we have to do some adjustment. Okay. What is the adjustment we have to do here? This mi we have taken inside from this equation. Okay. After taking inside, what we have to do? d by dt of dou by dou qj dot 1/2 mi ri dot square. So what you have to do whenever you are going to complete this lecture, ये जो term है, right? You have to first differentiate this term and you have to see whether you are getting this term. Okay, mi is a constant, we can take outside. And you have to differentiate and you have to see whether we are getting the same term. Because here it is 1/2. If I am going to differentiate this term with respect to qj or t, what will be the derivative? 2 times. So this 2 get cancelled, mi ri double dot we are getting. Okay. So with the help of that, you can see d by dt of this term, we are getting again the original term we have. We have to do an adjustment so that we can solve this equation. Okay. So again, dou by dou qj we have keep it as it is. Now this mi ri dot, and here it is dri by dt. We have done an adjustment in such a way that we have got the value of 1/2 mi ri dot square. Okay. So after this, what we have to do? We have to substitute the value of kinetic energy. But we can say it is Ti. Okay, kinetic energy, or we can say directly as it is a summation, it is capital T. If we are writing for single element, it is Ti. Okay, which is summation mi. If you are going to differentiate this, this will be 1/2 mi 2 times ri dot. So this 2 get cancelled. We are getting the same term mi ri dot, and again dou ri by dou qj dot. Okay, so here we are getting the same term. Here also, if you do the adjustment, dou by dou qj, if you have taken outside, if you are going to differentiate this term with respect to qj, what I get? 1/2 as it is, mi is constant. It is 2 times ri dot dou ri by dou qj. So we are getting the same term. So hence, after that, what we have to do? We have to just substitute this value. So after substituting the value of t, we are getting the equation that is d by dt of dou capital T by dou qj dot minus dou t by dou qj. Okay. What is there in the RHS? We have it is summation over qj. Okay, this term summation over qj delta qj. What we have got the equation is, here also we have got this whole term into delta qj. So in the both side of equation we have delta qj. Okay. So here we are writing this in the form of summation over j. And this qj from the LHS we have taken here so that we can write it is equals to 0. Okay. So we can say now delta Qj is non-zero because Qj is non-zero. So delta Qj is non-zero because it is very, very small displacement, but it is something. So if the product of two term is equal to 0, either of them is 0, that is a condition for without zero divisor. Correct na? Without zero divisor काय आहे? झोपलेत का सगळे? हॅलो.
नाही मॅम.
हा. काय विदाउट झिरो डिवायझर कंडिशन? झिरोला डिवाइड करत नाही का? झिरो करतात. Have you heard this term without zero divisor? At least anyone from you can respond. I am not asking so big derivation. Simply I am asking what is without zero divisor.
In integral domain, we have studied it.
You have studied this integral domain, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is without zero divisor? Can you give what is a definition for without zero divisor or with a zero divisor? Because
AB shouldn't be 0, but the difference equals to 0, like that.
difference is? We are not asking about the difference, no. Without zero divisor is a condition not for difference. Minus. Okay, let me go through one thing so that you can understand. U into V equal to 0, then either U is 0 or V is 0. This is called a without zero divisor condition, na?
Ma'am.
नहीं बता रही हूँ, so that you can come to the hint of without zero divisor. Again, there is a homework created for you. You have to go to without zero divisor condition. You have to go through the example and you have to tell me what is without zero divisor. Without zero divisor म्हणजे काय ते zero ला divide करणार नाही का? Suppose we are considering Z6. Z6 में क्या है? 2 and 3. I am taking 2 and 3 as element. Rather, I am taking the Z6 star. This star is for one because 0 is not I am going to consider. Also, we have multiplication operation. Multiplication modulo. Okay. What will be 2 into 3? It is 6. But 6 is nothing but 0, na?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be the resultant? That means 2 and 3 are going to divide 0. बरोबर ना?
Yes, ma'am.
समजते का? Without zero divisor म्हणजे काय?
A and B not equal to 0, but their multiplication comes to you.
A and B are non-zero, but the multiplication is 0. याला काय म्हणतो आपण? Without zero divisor का with zero divisor?
Without zero divisor.
Again, you are confused with the zero divisor and without zero divisor. So you have to do an homework. Utilize your this time whenever you are going, whenever you are getting a time. Rather, you are getting more time for if you are not coming to college and all. So you have to clear your basic. Okay. So don't be confused whenever you are going to ask the definition of without zero divisor. It's very easy. Okay. You have to remind me everything because maybe in the tomorrow lecture I will ask all the homework question from the first lecture itself. Okay. So be ready with all the answers of the homework questions so that your basic ideas will be clear. कल मैं सभी को यही पूछूंगी by taking the name also. Okay, by the present itself. So what we have delta Qj equal to not equal to 0. So what will be the resultant? Other term will be 0 because the result product of these two term is 0 and we are saying that one term is non-zero. Obviously the second term should be 0 because real line whatever the things we are studying in on the real line. रियल लाइन विदाउट जीरो डिवाइजर कंडीशन पे है ना, बिकॉज आर इज अ फील्ड, फील्ड है ना आर।
Yes, ma'am.
R is a field, so it is without zero divisor condition. So what the without zero divisor condition tells us, if at least one term is non-zero, obviously the other term should be zero. If the resultant of these two term is zero, that is what u into v equal to zero. It means that either u is zero or v is zero. So hence we get the equation. This equation equal to zero means what? We get qj is equals to d by dt of dou t by dou qj dot minus dou t by dou qj. Okay, whenever I will go to home, what I will do, I will write down this, that is I will create one video by using the tripod. I'll try with the tripod because I will write down with pen and paper so that you can understand what is a derivation. Actually, what is the problem? Whenever I am going to use a tripod, I have to use a mobile phone to record the lectures. Okay, and you know that whenever I am going to, whenever we are going to record the lecture, or record the video from mobile phone, it will be about, if it is of 15 minute also, 15 minute का भी video near about 1 GB or 2 GB का बनता है, because our mobile camera is clarity is more. So if I'm going to have this 1 or 2 GB, so if I'm going to upload it on YouTube, so it will take at least 2 GB data to upload this lecture, and also it will not be uploaded very immediately. अगर मैंने अपलोडिंग के लिए अभी डाल दिया तो वो 3 घंटे लेता है अपलोडिंग के लिए, अगर 2 GB का वीडियो है. सो एटलीस्ट फॉर 15 मिनट आई एम सेइंग, if I am going to create a lecture of 1 hour, it will take more than 2 days to upload, right? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will try for this derivation, so that I will take a tripod and everything. So I will do this. Again, I am saying after this lecture, you have to write down this derivation. I will share the notes so that you can understand what is a derivation and all. Okay. So let me end the lecture here only. If you are having any type of a doubt related to anything else, you can ask up to now. तक जो भी हुआ है उसमें सभी पूछ सकते हो, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट लेक्चर जो हमारा होगा वो सिर्फ होमवर्क के क्वेश्चंस जो मैंने दिए थे स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट डे, डॉट प्रोडक्ट, प्रोजेक्शन, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, and why the projection is said to have a projection is used in dot product, what is the geometric properties. Today's homework is without zero divisor. Next, I think I have asked many questions to you people. Okay, whenever I'm going to ask, you have to keep it on your small notebook. Make a small notebook. Whenever every teacher may be asking you some basic questions, you have to write down those and you have to try to answer these questions by yourself itself. अगर आपको टीचर पूछ भी नहीं रहा है तो एटलीस्ट एक छोटा डायरी टाइप बनाओ जब भी आप लेक्चर अटेंड करते हो. सपोज कहेंगे मैम यू आस्क यू अबाउट व्हाट इज एलयूबी, व्हाट इज जीएलबी, व्हाई द एक्सिस्टेंस, सो यू हैव टू राइट डाउन दैट, हैव टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर ऑफ दिस. Okay, try to find out the answer, make your groups, try the having discussion with each other. Okay, so you have to do the study like this so that your basic idea should be clear. Okay, tomorrow we have a lecture at 11, I think, now. So at that time I will ask you all the homework questions. You must be ready with that. Let me repeat the derivation once again. What we have done, we have used D'Alembert principle. After D'Alembert principle, we have used notation for P. P is nothing but mass into velocity. इसके बाद क्या किया हमने, इक्वेशंस को इक्वालिटी के फॉर्म में लिखा है. सो वॉट एवर द टर्म वी हैव, this term we have renamed as Qj. यहाँ पे equation number 5. So we have to just solve equation number 5. Up to now it is very easy. After this, what we have done, we have done the adjustment for equation number 5 RHS. So this term we have adjusted. Mi और Qj को छोड़ के जो भी term है इसको हमने adjust किया. इसको adjust करने के बाद हमने क्या किया है, we have just done what dou ri by dou qj की जगह dou ri dot by dou qj लिया है. For that we have found ri dot. So we have to find out all the terms from the equation number 7. We have to find out dou d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. Okay. Next we have to find out dou by dou qj of dri by dt. वही किया है ना हमने. You can see here from the equation number 7 we have found dou by dou qj of dri by dt. Similarly, we have found d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. Why we have found these equation number 10 and 11? Because we have to say that these two equations are same. If these two equations are same, we can replace the term from equation number 7. Equation number 7 में ये term है ना, कौन सा term है हमारे equation number 7 में? d by dt of dou ri by dou qj. So that I can write it as dou by dou qj of dri by dt. So for that we have done this adjustment. So after that we have written ri dot by dou qj. क्या था टर्म हमारे 7 इक्वेशन में dou ri by dou qj. So we have to just do an adjustment for this. We have to find out the 1 upon 2 mv square and then substitute the value of t. And after that, we have to make a use of without zero divisor because all the things we are discussing on the real line. Okay. In the next lecture, we'll see the particular cases, conservative system, non-conservative system, क्या effect होगा आपका Lagrange's equation पे जब आप conservative और non-conservative system लेते हो. Okay, then we'll say partial conservative system. Then we will go for the examples. Okay, we have to go for the example of a non-conservative, conservative field of force. Okay, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me end the lecture. Thank you. You can leave the meeting.